There we go. So the bans here, look at me playing now, having for Alliance the first shot for the ban. It is Scarf and TeamKings. They are having now the option to ban the hero of their choice. What do you think, Tasty Bacon? Any hint for the ban of TeamKings?
I would have to assume that Team Kings they have to have a feeling that Alliance is going to be looking to pick Taka here because there's no way that Alliance is going to allow Palmatoro to play that Taka again. So I feel like it may end up being Team Kings being the ones that have to ban Taka because with the scarf ban, that's almost like Alliance saying we're looking to first pick Taka because of the fact that you just can't give that over to Palmatoro again.
I mean, Palmatoro was just very, very solid. I mean, he was the carry, we can be honest on that. Definitely here. Good guy on Taka. So let's see if we see the Taka ban incoming or something else. It is
Wow.
cool. That I haven't had that on my list, to be honest. I don't know where the cool ban is coming from, but they have to have their thoughts on that, right? So the question is now, what is Alliance going to pick? They have the first shot here to call since they were now Team A after the swap. Well, the question.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Vox. So leaving Taka open to Palmatoro. That is sick.
I mean, Vox is not banned this time, right? So in the match one they banned Vox, and now Alliance maybe just to jump in there. That's something I'm recognizing. Now they want to go for that Vox.
So yeah, we see the next calls here.
Yes, that is
I don't
Taka and Kath call. Yeah, tell me about it. Sorry.
I don't know about this. I mean, they left Taka open after Palmatoro just completely carried game one
Yeah,
on
he
this
wrecked
Taka.
faces, right?
They let him have it again. Like you have to either ban that or pick it from him. I mean, I don't understand why you don't like how you can allow the Taka to go through again unless you're really that confident that you're going to be able to beat the Taka this time with the Vox. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
that's really going to be the only real difference this time around is that you have the Vox available.
Yeah, we'll see though.
So
We'll see though what they're going to pick into that Vox to somehow keep Vox alive. That Palmatoro can't wreck faces again with that Taka. And I totally agree. I mean, I heard it when we read chat, both of us, and like you were like exhaling, like, oh, what? They are not. What is happening? Right, and I totally agree. But somehow, I mean, they are sixth seeded. They came so far that there must be some strategy behind this.
yeah, I'm gonna be really interested to see what their last two picks are because they they've also left Celeste open for Team Kings to pick up as well. So I'm not a huge fan of this draft so far from Alliance, but they do have their next two picks coming in,
Yeah, go ahead.
and it's gonna be the Rona and the Arden for Alliance. I the Rona is I think can actually deal with the Vox a bit because
Yes.
it's much more difficult to kind of jump in and instantly kill a Rona. So she does have a lot of survivability.
Yeah, now tell me about tell me about that pick. You basically jinxed it. Excuse me. And yeah, that's what they're doing. They're picking Celeste into this.
Yeah, well, not a surprise at all. As you mentioned, Scarf, Celeste, Vox, top three laners in the game on
Right.
1.8. So, with Scarf banned, Vox already picked, it really only leaves Celeste as the final option there for Team Kings. But again, the key thing to watch is definitely going to be this Taka and Vrona matchup and how those two junglers work out. Because if Palmatoro has a game anywhere close to what he just had on Taka, then this is going to be a 2-0 for Kings.
Yeah, most likely. I think we are good to go, and we can actually jump in already into this. And just to say, I feel like still that Team Kings is looking very squishy though. Like that Celeste and that Taka. they can get bursted, and especially we know how powerful those Voxes get in the late game, especially on Crystal. And the wait for it. I mean, if that hits, connects, the resonance is there, it can bounce, and plus pulse, they could actually slow down Taka and somehow stutter step him down. Could get very, very interesting here.
All right, so let's kick it off here. The next matchup, we are on the Halcyon Fold here for the second matchup. The second match of the night. The battle has begun here. Now playing from left to right Alliance. I'm playing from the right to the left. TeamKings it is. And again, they leave Taka open here to Palmatoro, who played just the carry of the last game. Super interesting. And it feels like Alliance has a plan against this. Picking this time a Vox by Avant, Alex Magic going for Arden, and look at me playing Rona, which can be actually the changing plan here. Sticking to that Taka or trying to protect the enemies and dealing damage at the same time, not allowing Taka to go in.
Yeah, and it's gonna be, again, that's the big thing they're gonna have to focus on is this Palmatoro. But Taka is so difficult to lock down early on because of that Kaku, able to just pop invisible, get a little bit extra healing, and just run. You know, there's so many plays that can be made with that invisibility. You can start running one way, pop it, and then immediately turn around and get into a brush the other way. Like, there's so many ways you can juke out your opponents. But really aggressive start here from Alliance, looking to really shut down Palmatoro early.
Yep, there we go. And he's able to escape though. Oh, going back for the aggressiveness since he sees Killer Ali Legendaries being here, backing him up, and he does not stop Palmatoro. Now receiving some damage from Avant, coming of course down and instantly going for the enemy jungle. No, it's his own. Excuse me, I was still with my mind on the other side. That was a good call, Blueberries. Good job there.
Pretty similar start to our previous game. You know, a big fight, all 6 players involved in the skirmish, and nobody's dead. So, you know, again, these two teams are they're really good at getting out of bad situations. You know, that was looking like it was going to be a 2-on-3 in favor of TeamKings, but Alliance able to kite it around long enough until their own laner could get down and join the fray, and ends up going in a 0-for-0 trade.
Same as usual, but we will see about that changing in a few minutes. Let's have a look here. Any interesting so far? Look at me. Attack speed plus O card. Bit of damage here on the lane.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
No,
in terms of the items. Although it is possibly a weapon power Vox. That's the one thing that's really kind of not quite standard.
I think he is not going weapon power. I think one is going to go for alternating current, and the other one is just there to put the enemy under pressure early game. That's what I think, but maybe I'm wrong here, but we will see about that later on, how he's going to evolve the items. Palmatoro here, super focused from the enemy, but they of course lose time now, and now they make advantage of the positioning, taking here the enemy jungle. At least look at me picking up that camp.
And Legendary is actually going to take a ton of damage there, but great adjustment here from TeamKings. Seeing that Alliance was all in their jungle, they send Celeste into the enemy jungle and then put Catherine and Taka into the lane to soak up experience there. So making sure to keep income and experience flowing, although it's going to be actually, look at me, picking up the kill on the Celeste, chasing her down in the jungle. So this Rona does pick up the first blood.
Good job here. Just catch that on camera in the last second, since I didn't have that on the view, but luckily we got it. So, Palmatoro together with the legendaries, Alex Magic being a bit of, well, aggressive, maybe providing here the bait for everyone. And look at me, who are now catching up. Still the Kilali is on the lane.
Yeah, it's gonna be another skirmish here. Will they actually be able to pick up a kill this time? It's not looking like it, as everyone is able to back off once again. Taka with the Kaku, and again, Celeste saying, all right, all three of you are gonna be aggressive. I'm just gonna go take your jungle. Great job by TeamKings of adapting to the situation and reading it very well, and making these movements in order to keep all of their members able to farm up. And this is one of the big things that you have to look for, though Palmatoro could be in some serious trouble, will be going down to Avant. Other than that slight misstep there, and now Legendary is actually going to be chased down as well, but not going to be going down. Other than that slight misstep, you know, the reading the map and saying, okay, they're in our jungle, they're taking away our jungle, you know, the correct response is to go into their jungle and take that for yourself, because you obviously, you know, you're relatively safe with it because there's no enemies in that area. So great job from TeamKings and Killer Ali of reading those positions and getting, you know, going in and making sure he can keep his farm up without being at any risk of a sudden three-man gank.
Yeah, we quickly paused the game for a second, since the Kilali was not moving for quite a while now. So just making sure that he has hopefully the time to reconnect if the game crashes, or maybe changing the internet connection from whatever LTE to Wi-Fi, whatever caused the problem. Anything can happen, and I had an eye on him for the last seconds, but I think we should continue here. Alright,
Yeah,
just a second and then we will be back.
Hopefully it's not a serious issue, and we'll be able to continue on without any interruption. But of course, as you mentioned, you know, you want it to be as fair as possible, especially this deep into the tournament for all teams involved. So getting a little bit of a pause.
Right. I mean, that is just naturally, and as you said, we don't want to have like a team winning just because someone has some connection issues. Those are clearly, though, connection issues from his side, since the servers we are running on are basically not getting used a whole lot, since those are 1.8 dedicated tournament servers. So there is zero lag for all of the players, which we actually wanted to provide, and that is very, very cool. So we'll just take a minute, take a second, and hope that he will be back. And meanwhile, we are going to show you guys once more the MVP video. So just yeah, stick in there. We will be back in just a little bit.
He might fall in the bottom. No, he's going to escape. King following up with Trafalgar on Tony Lu, who is not the best target, since there is a Skull Trap and he's picking up that kill. Wow, what a play. Let's go up. I think yeah, not the right call to my opinion, but maybe they will turn this to their favor, and they can pick up a double kill, maybe also a triple kill. So definitely I was wrong here. Look at that, Angry Panthers. They know what they do, picking up the first ace of the match. This is very risky. Look at the wait for it. Silence onto Trafalgar. X-Retsu, I-post is falling. Trafalgar has to escape to the right, but this is also
going to be looking to take that gold mine, but here comes a big fight. Taka getting in 1v3 and picks up a kill. I-post having to run away. Taka trying to make a massive hero play, is now forcing Rona away. My goodness, Tony Luau is just so incredibly strong, getting the ridiculous tag at 6-0. What a massive play.
very well played. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fight here. And yeah, the Killer Ali, he had a bit of a problem, which is, yeah, we just got the message here on a third-party chat app that he is back. So are we. But in the end, he fell down trying to escape towards his turret.
Yeah, they gave him about a couple seconds head start on the run back to his turret, and then just fully collapsed onto him. Also, were able to pick up a second kill in the process as well. So 4-0 lead now for Alliance. Looking much better in game 2 here now than they did in game 1. Doing a really good job of keeping Palmatoro off the board.
Alright, so because of that little thing, I think we lost the sound here, but we will check since we might go on a little spot and then just restart from our end, but that should be the last solution depending on how interesting this match is. For now, looks like a good lead for Alliance, and TeamKings being here behind. Now, well, alright. Yeah, so what I suggest is going for a break and then we start from our end. We will be back in a second.
Shatter the Vain, a podcast about vainglory.
Alright, welcome back. We tried to solve the problem, but unfortunately that didn't work out, so apologize. We will continue this match without the sound, but Palmatoro here receiving a bit of damage since they are looking for the next scrim. Look at me trying to stick on the Killer Ali, now going back to Palmatoro, but he has no Kaku up for now. Next 3 seconds until the Kaku is coming. Now he has it once again, using it directly. Receiving good damage from Look At Me, and there comes the wait for it and the kill. Finally they can take down Taka, and it looks like they have the formula found against TeamKings here, against that Taka play, picking Look At Me here, the Rona and Avant going for the Vox.
And very questionable decision there from Catherine to just kind of walk into the enemy team, and now it's going to be the Killer Ali caught out as well. Does manage to pick up 1 kill in the process, and here comes Palmatoro looking to try and clean up, but they're both at half health. This is going to be a very difficult cleanup, and instead they try and turn the damage onto him, forcing him to back off, but he's not done chasing. Looks like they will maybe finally disengage. Nope, there's both teams just continuously going in.
Yes, they do. And I think one might fall, but again, no one's going to fall here. Alex the Magic, of course, nothing to fear from Legendaries. But from Palmatoro, the Gold Miner is the hotspot, since this guy is almost filled up. And of course, TeamKings now definitely needs to get it. Just got fed with the minion candy from Alex Magic here.
Yeah, that was again the Rona pick working wonders right now for Alliance in countering this Taka. 4-0-2 right now for the Rona. Huge kill participation in all but one of the kills that the team has. Not to mention the CS keeping even with Taka. That was one of the big differences in last game, was that Taka was super far ahead in terms of the minion kills. But looks like, oh no, they're just gonna get spotted trying to set up that brush.
Yes, but there is the fight. Legendaries is the focus here. Blast Tremor coming out but falling, and maybe Look At Me might fall here as well. The Killer Ali has the ultimate in a few seconds up, just 2 seconds to go. Maybe he's going for a blind shot. I don't believe so, since there are no scout traps to reveal the enemy. He's still checking the area. No. Lucky for Alliance.
Yeah, not gonna find anyone. Another kill picked up in their favor, 8-1 now, and they've really turned it around from that first game. Really a polar opposite, to be honest. It's, we're looking at now the Rona being the one that's a huge carry for the blue side. So I guess it's really just a matter of who gets the better jungle start, as Rona was able to get a off to a really good start and has been just snowballing that through, whereas Taka, they were able to completely shut him down. They were constantly in the jungle of Team Kings, just doing nothing but putting pressure onto Taka, holding him back, and it's worked out for them for sure, as they are now up to a 4,000 gold lead and looking for another fight.
Yes, they are. There is the fight. Palmatoro not secure, or, well, insecure, going back, letting legendaries in that gauntlet falling here. The tank is falling, and another one, Killer Ali, namely going down. Palmatoro now totally alone, and that is super interesting to see, just because of the hero pick, because of the bans and the draft mode. It seems like Alliance is now having the upper hand in a fight or match where, yeah, a match before they looked like it's going to be a 2-0, as you said, right?
Mm-hmm. Palmatoro trying to make a play happen, but instead is you going to be able to keep the turret alive, so that was a good play. But, I thought for sure with this Taka pick going over, as he goes in and dives onto Evolve,
Wow.
getting the kill. And that is what you expect from the Taka. See if they can make more happen, continuing to chase on down, but Rona just going to jump out of danger, and things are going to reset. But I thought as soon as they got the Taka in their hands that it was going to be game over. But huge credit to Alliance, picking up this Rona and really playing against the Taka extremely well. I wasn't expecting them to be able to counter him that hard, but they came in with a plan and they've executed it extremely well.
Totally agree here. So, concerning the gold, still a way to go, but doing better than before. And let's have a look at Palmatoro over here, trying again to steal a lot of the camps that he's very good at, actually. And there is a scrimmage going on. The Killer Ali low on health in the middle of the fight. Oh, not going down anyone so far. Alex the Magic, or Alex Magic, if he is Magic. We will see about the gauntlet drops. But now Palmatoro here connecting to look at me. Oh, X-Ratsu, and there is the kill.
Yeah, this Rona is did prioritize a lot of defensive items. Obviously rushing the Shiver Steel, and then the Aegis now is going to be working on some actual weapon power damage. So it's, obviously very strong, sitting at 5-1 and 4, but just the damage isn't there in the fights without Vox being involved. Turns out you were correct. I thought maybe it was going to be the weapon power Vox because of the second Swift Shooter, but I guess the second Swift Shooter was just there, as you mentioned, for a little bit of extra auto attack harass in the lane. I had a feeling that obviously the first one is, you see a Swift Shooter, you assume it's going to be for the alternating current. The second one kind of caught me off guard, though. So, but is the Crystal Power Vox doing a ton of damage in these fights? We'll have to see. In a 3-on-3, though, how well can they do? X-Ratsu going in onto Palmatoro.
Yeah, the Blast Tremor coming in. Avantier getting zoned out a bit, getting a lot of damage, and there comes the wait for it. A good one, preparing the kill for Look At Me onto Palmatoro. Legendaries might fall as well. There comes the Killer Ali with what a Solar Storm here, picking up a kill onto Avant, and Rona picking up the 2-0 trade. The Killer Ali might fall as well. There is the gap closer. There is the slow. The reflex block of no use, and that is an ace.
Yeah, not much that you can do on Celeste to escape. She has no mobility. All she has is the stun. But when you're up against a Rona who has a jump, Arden who can give her extra speed, you're not going to be able to avoid that. Great job there from Alliance, focusing down Palmatoro on the Taka. That is their primary focus. no matter what. If they take out Palmatoro early, they should win fights. End of story.
Yep.
You know, focusing down Celeste, yeah, that's Celeste does bring a lot of damage to the table, but Palmatoro is still, even though they've been shutting him down all game, that's still the real threat on this team.
Totally agree here. Let's have a look at the item builds on Avant. I mean, that's yeah, as we said, going the Crystal Power way, which is now dealing a very good amount of damage. Alex Magic has everything it needs together with the Warhorn, what I personally like a lot. And look at me here with the Breaking Point, Shiver Steel. Of course, the deadly guy, if he's going to stick at you. Might be GG. Palmatoro still not going for the tension bow, where we see a lot of questions in the chat. What? No tension bow? Taka, how's that? Yes, it works. Worked out pretty well last time. And here is a Kraken call from the team.
Yeah, picking up the Kraken. No one is even coming to contest that. They had no vision of the area, no way to get in there safely, so they let it go. Of course, if they're confident in their ability to defend against the Kraken, then they can just get 500 gold for free. They're standing up far enough to try and stop this. I don't know how well they're going to be able to defend it, though. It's not. I mean, Scarf is obviously the big Kraken defense tool, but they don't have that. Is Killer Ali having some connection issues again?
Yeah, it looks like. So let's give a pause here. There is a question mark ping, and just wait a second. Hopefully we get some information again from his team colleague. I think Palmatoro just messaged me there in private that he is okay. So let's wait a second on that one.
Yeah, have to like the sportsmanship here from Alliance, though.
Yep.
Choosing to just walk past him instead of taking that free kill, and wanting to make it as fair of a fight as possible. Of course, could end up when we do unpause, they're gonna be sort of pincered in a bit, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle it when we do come out. But really, huge credit to them, not only for the sportsmanship there, but for their ability to turn the series around, and it's looking like might be moving towards a game 3. But this next fight is going to be a very huge factor in determining that.
Yeah, that would be very nice to see a third game. And we see the third game in the top left. It is Red Prometheus versus Angry Pandas. The next matchup. Very interesting. The first time we see Red. Very late, but somehow, let's say we got the feeling that it's better to show late and good matches than early. Well, kind of stomps, since they are the grand champions for now concerning the statistics in Europe, but we will see about their performance later on. So we are giving the Killer Ali another few seconds, and then I think we should continue the game. And I just got the information that he got a disconnect from the app they are all three using, so yeah, kind of a total disconnect from the internet. Hopefully he can reconnect and everything is okay. So yeah, again, good stuff from here, the Alliance team, not killing Killer Ali. I think that's very important to mention, that sportsmanship and the community here in Vainglory is very nice, and that it's not the first time we see this. It happens several times that players are not killing the guy who seems to be AFK. And of course there is a little percentage that of course you can fake this, but I don't assume that anyone is going to do something like that, forcing us into a pause here. But the Killer Ali, I think we met him in person in Berlin at the press conference. Yeah, Donjon is saying yes. So yeah, therefore trustworthy guy.
Actually, funny story is in my former, I don't want to say YouTube career, he was one of my subscribers on YouTube, and I actually did one fan meetup in Berlin once, and he was there as well. So
Nice.
met him twice already. A very cool dude. Pretty young player actually. I believe he's 14, 15-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
Very young, but very mature, and also a very strong player. Also the team captain of Team Kings and Team Queens, which is normally one guild team called
Kings and
Team
Queens.
Kings and Queens. There we go.
There we go. He moves as we got the information, and so the fight develops. And again, nice shout out here to the guys not killing him, but now he falls in the end, of course, because of the mispositioning. Can't change anything about that, and so does Legendaries. Palmatoro might be able to escape with the Kaku. Oh, what a flare! And that provides the ace.
Yeah, great job there. Using that vision to deny the ability of the Taka. And again, just the counterplay and the adaptation from Alliance. They were destroyed by Palmatoro on this Taka previously, and then come out this game, keep him to 2 and 4. Their own jungler going off 8-1 and 7, and they pick up the victory, pushing us to a game 3.
Yep. Third game, first game where we see our first matchup, where we see a third game. Very excited to see that, and that is very, very nice. Let's have a quick look here at the item builds. Don't want to talk too much about them, since everyone is, of course, here waiting for the third match. And so interesting that finally Alliance found a way here against Kings and Queens. This is now the Kings team. Yeah, against that super strong Palmatoro Taka play. So we will be back with the no bans and draft, so to say. No draft, no bans, free options for everyone. We will be back into the Halcyon Fold after a quick trailer.
Shatter the Vein, a podcast